Good morning, honey. There's the hotel cat taking a bath after having breakfast. Sweetheart. Hello, guys. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I am on the tram racing towards the BART system from the airport. Passing by a golf course there. I'm wearing the same outfit as I wore yesterday. Sorry. But it's a very nice day. It's probably 64 degrees, 65 degrees, and
attention passengers.
We're here. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's a little not too breezy in San Francisco because I'm wearing yeah. So I hope it's not too chilly. They've added a new digital map to the train, which is fantastic because the old maps were a little confusing. We are flying through this tunnel. I think this is an underground tunnel that goes below the bay into San Francisco. My ears are popping. We're moving through this tunnel so fast. It's a little psychedelic, a little trippy. All right, once again, I'm probably going to do the same thing I do every time I'm in San Francisco. Get off the train at Embarcadero, walk over to the ferry building right there, which is under renovation apparently. Grab a bite to eat there because I'm starving. Last night I had a little smorgasbord. I had some peanuts, I had some soybeans, some edamame that I bought at Marshall's. I had a boiled egg. I had a bunch of pepper jack cheese, slices of cheese. And that's what I kind of had for dinner last night as I played Starfield until 2 a.m. Woke up at 10 when breakfast ended and went to grab some, like another egg or some more cheese or something. Everything in my refrigerator was frozen solid. Yeah, I'm not sure why I still forget to check the refrigerator, but who thinks it's going to be frozen, you know? So all of my food was frozen. I have not eaten anything, and it is noon, and so I am starving. Let's find something inside the ferry building. I ended up with a ham and fontina cheese sort of turnover thing. I'm enjoying a ham and fontina cheese turnover. Very, very yummy. And it's a nice little view to enjoy it by. Whoop, there we go, focus. I found this nice little spot. There's hardly anybody hanging around except for the birds over there. And it's just a nice little spot. So I think I'm just gonna hang out, have a seat, enjoy. Oh, there's a cruise ship over there. You know how badly I'd love to go on a cruise. One day. Alrighty, so way back there, up at the top of that hill there, is what is, I believe, called Coit Tower. Now, I went up there last year, maybe year before. The climb up there is something else. I almost died just getting to the top of that hill. And then you go to the top of the tower. It's something else. It's beautiful. And the views are spectacular. But oh my goodness, I'm never doing that again. And there is an enormous cruise ship. It's a Princess Lines cruise ship, and I would give just about anything, except all of my money, to take a cruise. Oh, I would love a cruise. Love a cruise. I wish there were like a little cruise store right over there. You could like walk in and go, "Hi, I'm free these days. This is my budget. What can I get?" But they don't do things like that. Yeah, it's been 7 years, 8 years since I've been on a cruise, 8 years. The industry in the airline, I get pretty good discounts on cruises, but they're always cruises like Carnival. And I just, from what I understand Carnival cruises to be like, it's just not my speed. I'm more of a celebrity cruise kind of guy. I want to be the youngest person on the ship and the cutest. And that takes a lot of work, and that's celebrity. But it's like $1,500–$1,800, and then the single supplement, so you basically pay twice that if you're going by yourself. So there's no cruising in my immediate future, and I'm certainly not going to take a cruise with somebody else, but I love a cruise. So much better. I just found a public restroom right behind me, and it was surprisingly neat and clean. I was expecting something else when I opened the door, but while I was at the urinal there doing my thing, someone had written on the wall right in front where you just stare at the wall, rise above others in silver paint. And I'm thinking, rise above others? How selfish. Let's raise each other up is what I'm thinking, right? And then I'm thinking, who the hell am I? When did I become the person who would say raise each other up? That's not my old thinking. And I wonder, when did I become the person who would think, hey, let's lift each other up, instead of what I would normally say, rise above others? I don't know who I am these days. My face is always in motion. I was just gonna say hey there, but my eyes were like this. Hey there. So instead of going all the way down to Pier 39, which I do every single time I'm in San Francisco, I decided to go to Alcatraz. I'm taking the tour to Alcatraz. It was like $42.50 or something like that, so not too bad. I've done it once before, but it was during COVID and you couldn't go inside anywhere. So this time we'll be able to go inside the cell blocks or whatever. So I'm gonna do that. This is a little model they have right outside the terminal port side thing here. And this is a model of what Alcatraz looked like. Most of these buildings over there aren't there. I think that building is still there. But yeah, so it's a cool little model of Alcatraz. We'll see the real thing in just a few minutes. This is a little model of the 10-inch Rodman cannon that was positioned on the island in the 1860s. And this is the cannon itself, or one of them. The cannonballs, 10 inches, weigh 128 pounds apiece, and with, what did it say, 15 pounds of gunpowder, this cannon could shoot one of these 2.5 miles. Crazy town. And I was just looking at this little model thinking, oh, they have this here so that you could see it up close, but no, I just realized this is Braille down here. So this is a model to allow someone who is visually challenged to actually feel it and get an idea of what it is. And I think that's kind of cool. All right. The 105 boat is about to line up here, and I'm on the next one at 135. We're getting on the boat. Very excited. Are there seats up in front here? I don't want to go to the top because then I'll have to wait a long time to get off of the boat. But I just hope there are seats or benches up in front here, because my feet are killing me just from standing in line. Nope, no seats. All right, let's go back. Oh, what a beautiful day. So I got the next best thing from sitting in the front is sitting in the back. So I'll get a pretty good view from back here. And I'll be able to get off the ship right there. And we're backing up into the bay. Bridge over there. And then Alcatraz is right there. And the Golden Gate, I think we'll see it later on, is over there. We're approaching Alcatraz. There is a Golden Gate. And the water that I'm trying not to drop my phone into. Isn't that pretty? All right, so my first stop I want to make is at the top of the hill. It's a very winding, steep trail, but I want to go up to the cell house before the legion of other people make it up there. It's up there because there's an audio tour, and I want to get that before it's too crazy and too busy. Cell house audio tour, okay. I had to take a breather. Sitting at my desk, playing a video game for the last month has not done me any favors. I'll just spit in my beard. That was the morgue. Very cheery place. I'll have to stop back there later on and check that out. Meanwhile, still climbing to the top. I might have a heart attack before then. Oh my goodness. Oh, I made it. Goodness. All right. Gotta take my sunglasses off. All right, so I made it to the top of the cell block. This area here is where I guess the inmates would receive their pillows and blankets and clothes and all of that stuff after they arrived. This is the shower right here. Looks kind of spooky. And I got the audio tour, I think, over there. Could you imagine all the inmates taking showers here? Must have been quite a thing. I'm listening to the audio tour, and these are past inmates who were actually narrating the tour. And this is a cell.
Have you been listening or no? Okay, we're gonna go through the cutout.
Crazy. This is a complete cell. The bed was there, the toilets over there, the sink's there, it's some shelves up there. And the audio tour that you can't hear has some sound effects of what this area must have sounded like with all these criminals that never thought they were going to get out of here. All the noise, all the yelling. Could you imagine what that would have done to a person? Look at that. That's a cell. That's where someone lived. They could play baseball for like 2.5 hours a day. They were allowed outside. Sorry. And that's the recreation yard right there. And there's the Golden Gate Bridge. D block was the treatment unit. I guess this is for the people who did not want to follow the rules. And this was like a separate prison inside Alcatraz. Actually, the cells seem to be a little bit more spacious, oddly enough. And this is where the unruly and the violent criminals, and they stayed in these cells for 24 hours a day. They're let out once a week for a shower. 42 cells here. All right, so it turns out that these cells were for people who were kind of kept in isolation, right? So the cells were fairly large, but they only got out of the cell once a week to take a shower. And the only thing they saw out of these bars was this right here. And these cells with the big heavy doors were isolation. And they would be in these cells here in isolation 24 hours a day inside this cell for however long they were in isolation. And it's not just this grate, it's not just these bars. It's this heavy door, and the only light that came through was through this little grate. What did that do to the human mind that was already twisted and broken? Thank God. Oh, I'm gonna take a seat, just because the audio recording that they give you here. Just listening to the narration of some of the inmates here and what they did in isolation to remain, I don't know if I could say sane, this one guy, he said he would pull a button off of his shirt, flip it up in the air like you're flipping a coin. It would land on the cell floor. He would turn around the button a few times, pick it up, and then flip it up in the air again, and do that again, over and over and over. And because you had nothing else but your mind, which would slip, right? This other guy was telling us he would, because it was so dark in there, you know, and you had nothing to look at, nothing to do, nothing to except your mind. He said he would close his eyes, put your hand over your eyes, put your palms over your eyes, close your eyes until it's pitch black. And he said if you practice, you can kind of almost see this light. You can almost see a light. And if you practice and practice and practice, it becomes like a TV set. You can see things, imagine things, like watch. And I'm like, what did this do to people? I mean, it's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying here at Alcatraz. This is the library I'm in right now. There used to be bookshelves here full of books, and look at those bars. Look at those bars. All right, I'm gonna continue on with this tour if I can handle it. This was one of the nicest cells. Whoop, a little focus there. And it was one of the most privileged spots because it had so much daylight coming through the library. So back in 1962, 3 inmates escaped. And what they did was they dug these vents. See the vent under the sink there? They enlarged those vent holes using spoon handles. And there's an example over there of how they expanded that hole using spoon handles through concrete and stone. Could you imagine? Crazy. Yeah, they wanted to get out of here. This is the kitchen. Right here. 200 men would have dinner in this dining hall, each armed with a fork, a knife, and a spoon. These canisters at the top here were connected to lines that held tear gas just in case they all acted up. This is a sample menu of food, breakfast or something. Do you see the date? March 21st, my birthday. I'm actually tempted to buy one of these replicas of the prisoner's cup for $14, but then again, I'm not. I do find this very funny, is that I actually found an Alcatraz fog globe. This is a Golden Gate one at Goodwill. And I actually have one of these at home for Alcatraz. I think I paid like $3 for mine, but they're $35 here. You can even buy a souvenir spoon at Alcatraz. That's crazy. Strange. I just got a text message from the tour company asking me how the audio tour was. Somehow they knew that I had the audio tour and that I'd finished it. Don't know how, but so it was really hard for me to capture, I think, anything really close to the experience of coming here and taking a tour of Alcatraz. Such an amazing experience. Just getting a glimpse into what these poor men, I know they were criminals, I know they were violent and dangerous, but what happened to them and what they were subjected to, the torture they were subjected to, is just so sad. So the prison closed in 1963 on March 21st, and a big day for me. And one of the narrations that I heard at the very end of the tour was one of the saddest things, and something that I identified with, actually, is he was describing how, once they were taken off of the island and they're brought into San Francisco, and he's been in the prison for 15 years. Things move slowly in a prison, right? And he got out to the streets and all these cars were whizzing by. All these people were moving with intent, with purpose. They had places to go and things to do. And he stood there jealous and angry and lost. He didn't know where to go. He had no plans. He had nothing, no hope, no destiny, you know? And I heard that and I just kind of wanted to cry a little bit because it reminded me so much of those days just before I got sober. Things had been moving really slowly in my life at the time, and it did feel somewhat like a prison, not that it was, but addiction and alcoholism is just a horrible, horrible place to be. And you're trapped, and you have no hope, and you have no destination, you have nowhere to go. It's just, and you think you're going nowhere. And I remember walking out of the house one day. I live right off Tremont Street, and I get to Tremont Street, and I can take a left, I can take a right, or I can go forward. And I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I had nothing. I was nobody. I was completely lost. And it was probably just weeks later that I ended up getting sober. Thank goodness. But yeah, so when he talked about that in the narration, I really identified with that sense of like kind of hating people because I didn't have any of the things that they had, you know? Oh, God, it was awful. But ta-da! So I'm here. They just opened up one of the paths for the first time today that I'm going to try and walk down that. It is I forget what path it is. Oh my God, I'm crying. I'm going to continue my walk around now that I've done the audio tour. I've got that out of the way. So yeah, let's walk around a little bit more. The Agave Trail, that's what it's called. The Agave Trail just opened up today. So we'll check out. Apparently it's one of the closest spots to the edge of the island where you can see out one of the better views of San Francisco. Oh. A lot of stairs, a lot of walking. Neat, huh? Oop. Apparently there was really one main inmate who was responsible for maintaining all of the gardens around the island. I think there's supposed to be something about that during one of the walking tours here. What a gorgeous day. I get so lucky with my layovers and the weather, right? Look at that. So beautiful. That is the Alcatraz Lighthouse. And look at San Francisco. What a great view. Look at that day. And the bridge out there. This was the warden's house, his Christmas tree, right there. And that is the house itself, burned in a fire in 1970. And this is what's left. I like it better now. And over here, this view is so beautiful. It's a little breezy, but it's gorgeous out here, gorgeous. Oh, that's so great with the mist coming over the mountain there, the hill. How pretty is that? The camera's a little wonky, but that is so beautiful. Tell me, is there a better view of the Golden Gate Bridge? Look at that. Those very strongly structured plants there are big giant agave. And this is actually, the Agave Trail runs down those stairs here and around back towards the ferry. And that rubble that you see there, that is actually the remainders of houses that used to lie in this little corner here that were all, they sort of just fell apart in the years since the island closed, the prison closed. Now there are deer mice and slugs, banana slugs, and salamanders that live in this little area. Those are the new residents. But, oh gosh, look at this day. Let's walk along the gardens here. And I'm going to head back. When I head back, I'm going to head down closer to the Agave Trail and check that out. But just a beautiful day. Oh, there's the activity yard. See that fence up on the top of that structure there? That's actually where they would play baseball. Yeah, baseball and play bridge. They played bridge outside. Just great. See those dusty green gray leaves? That's an agave. Each of those leaves in the middle there are taller than I am. I'm 6'2". And then look at that structure growing up out of one part of it. That's got to be 30 feet high. That's insane. It's insane. This is used to be a garden through here. And look at this view. That's the activity yard up there where they would play baseball and just get outside for, I think they had 2 hours a day. I think they could go outside, and they would go out there even in the coldest of days. But just look at this day. Look at this day. There's a fighter jet up there. Not sure if you can see it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if you can hear the waves or that bell ringing on the buoy over there, or the sounds of horns from boats far, far away. It's like magic right here. And hello, Mr. Seagull, or Mrs. Seagull. Here is the recreation yard. They would have 2.5 hours out here. They come out here even on the coldest and worst of days, just to get out of their cells, of course. And all they saw was this wall and that barbed wire. But on the other side of this door, this. Right? All right, let's climb down these stairs without killing ourselves. Guess I was wrong. This is the Agave Trail. Oh my God, more stairs. But look. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful. This handrail is so disturbing. I can't touch it. Oh my God, this is amazing. What good timing. It just opened today. Ooh. I know, an exciting video, right? Me walking downstairs, but look at these views. I'm trying not to trip. All right, let me pause this here. Hold on. We are going to be literally at the water's edge. This is insane. My God, this is great. This is great. It's windy. Oh my great is this? Oh, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Oh, it goes down here too. There is another ferry. I think I might make this ferry. Doesn't the sound of the crashing waves just speak to your soul? It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, I've had a great day. I am very, very ready to head back into town. It is 4:02 in the afternoon. I have to be in bed at the latest at 8 o'clock tonight. My shuttle from the hotel is at 5 o'clock a.m. So I think I might head back to the hotel. And yeah, it's been a great day. Oh, look at this view. Look at this. Wait. That's the warden's house way up there on the hill. Isn't that neat? Look at that. With the lighthouse behind it. So cool. All right. Let's head back. And I'll tell you, I'm wearing the wrong shoes for this kind of walk. Oh, my feet. That is where the Agave Trail was. That's where I was earlier. Oh, man. That was a great day. A great day. Guys, I'm tired. I'm tired and I'm really hungry. I was just saying, my poor feetsies are so beaten up. I feel like they've been hit with hammers. And I heard myself say feces, not feetsies. Yeah, wrong F word. I'm done. I'm toast. I am really done for the day. I need to eat. I've got some chicken cutlets, breaded chicken cutlets in my refrigerator. Hopefully they're thawed out. And I'll put some sun-dried tomato pesto on top of those and eat those for dinner. Maybe a little piece of cheese. And then I hopefully will be asleep by 8 o'clock tonight, since I do have a very early morning tomorrow. And I think do we have 3 legs tomorrow? We have 3 legs tomorrow, I think. Is it 4? No, I think 3 before we head home tomorrow, by tomorrow afternoon. So, oh, it's been a long trip. But I've got 3 or 4 days off in a row, so it'll be good. It'll be good. Waiting for the shuttle. I don't think it's going to be exciting enough to sit and watch me wait for a shuttle. So I'm going to end this video today. It's been long enough, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Fly safe.